it's Amanda, and I have some good news. I found my original bag of ink samples from Pen Friends, so I was able to pull some of the older ones out from Pen Friends that weren't included originally when I pulled some random samples. So yeah, so we're able to get some more samples in here, and now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to mix it up. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick an ink, and we'll go on from there. Okay, I'm going to reach in. My eyes were closed while I was doing that, so I don't know what we have. Ooh, what do we got? What am I going to grab? I don't remember which side I picked from last time, so I'm just going to go with whatever this one is. Hopefully it's in the frame of the thingy. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The camera. I do want to go ahead and go over our ink from yesterday. We have Tesla Coil. This was a sample from Pen Friend Laura, and yeah, it's super sheeny. And I did go ahead and touch. It's a little sticky, but it doesn't really transfer to my finger. So yeah. Well, some of these aren't. This one's real pretty, and I don't want to mess it up with my fingerprint, so I'm just going to leave it. But yeah, it seems like it's pretty good. It's not like Organic Studio or which like kind of lasts forever and goes everywhere with you always. So yeah, so awesome. Lots of sheen in the writing. I like that you still can, even though it is pretty sheeny, you still can see like the base color behind it. I think I mentioned that when I was doing it. So, oh yeah, so alright. So we're going to go ahead and move along with our choices. So I have 3 pens sitting here that are ready for ink. Yeah, so I have a TWSBI. This is an extra fine. This is an Eco T. I have a Sailor Mini with a medium fine nib, and then we have another TWSBI Eco with a 1.1 stub. So we'll see. I had a whole pile of Pen Friend pens that I thought were clean, and then I actually went to like look at them, and they're not clean. They were set aside so I could clean them. So in a couple of days, maybe tomorrow, we'll choose from some Pen Friend pens. I haven't decided if I'm going to choose Pen Friend inks for those, or if I'm going to cheat, and since I'm using a Pen Friend pen, use a different ink. I'll probably stick with the Pen Friend samples though, because I have so many of them. So that's what I'll do. I don't know why I decided that I wasn't going to do that. I know that I'm going to do that. It's June after all. Alright, so let's see what we have. You have seen it, but I have not. Alright, oh cool. This is from Casey. This is Birmingham Pens. Whoops. Point Park Fountain Turquoise. This was this was I think from the first or second batch of inks when Birmingham Pens started making their in-house inks. I can't remember if this was the first batch of inks or the second batch of inks that they made, but yeah, it's a pretty teal it looks like. And I do not have my Pen Friend ring sitting here, so I cannot show that to you at this moment. So I actually started cleaning up some of the crap behind me, and so now that means I can't find anything. So yeah, okay, so I'll have to show the, oh wait, no, is that it? Oh, I think I found it. Aha. So this is what our ink will look like. Ooh, that's looking way more green. Like it's a greenish teal, but that looks like that looks way off. Hopefully it looks better when I look at it on my computer. This is one of those teals that's like hard to photograph. I think that I'm going to do matchy. I'm going to use my Eco T. After the double broad nib of yesterday, I feel like I want to go super, if you want to go with an extra fine nib just to mix it up. So that's what we're going to do. I'm getting a pretty full fill, but I don't actually care about getting a full fill because A, this is a, ooh, that looks cool. This is an extra fine nib and it'll take me forever. but yo, this looks cool in the pen. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. I hope you can see. Okay. My Tomoe River Paper. We'll go ahead and do some splatty splats. I have to clean both of these syringes. I thought I had a clean one sitting here and I don't. Or is this it? No. Okay, I'll be right back. I have 3 syringes here sitting here and they're all dirty. So let me go ahead and clean those out and I will return in a moment. And we are back. Okay, that was kind of like concentrated all in one spot. So I'm gonna okay. I don't typically like the Eco Tea because I don't like having the forced grip, even though it is like kind of, it's not as like sharp as, my hands are covered in ink. It's not as sharp as some of the other pens that have forced grips, but sometimes it bothers me and sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So here we go. Oh, this is like the second time that we've had like a pretty fine nib with like a tealy sort of color. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like compared to Bloody Absinthe. I should close this. You can't see it off screen, but the vial was just sitting here open. I think this is the mint blue color. This has an extra fine, I believe. Yeah, extra fine. This is a very feedbacky extra fine nib. It's not scratchy though, it just makes a lot of noise. So if you can hear that, it's not just you. I love this shade of teal. Again, I don't think it's really showing up correctly in the camera, but it's beautiful. There's not really any sheen, perhaps, but there is a nice shading in some of the words, like this and that, my effing friend. My effing friend. The letter F in the word friend. Has some nice shading. Casey is my supplier of all things Birmingham Pen Company. If I don't supply it myself, I usually get it from her. So I love it. I really like it in this extra fine nib too. Because Birmingham inks, especially like the first ones, are like all nice and they're pretty nice and juicy, and as far as inks are concerned. So yeah, so they write pretty wetly, and so it's flowing really nicely out of the pen. I love it. Thanks, Casey. This is the way of extra fine nibs. My handwriting either looks really nice and neat, or it just looks awful. I feel like I'm having an awful handwriting day today, but that's okay. That's okay. They can't all be winners. Let's go ahead and see if, I don't think our splats are dry yet, but we will take a look at them, at least. Oh, they're doing alright. There's some haloing, it looks like, around some of the wetter areas, and obviously the wettest of areas is still drying, but, yeah, I think that looks really cool. I will write on here that this is I really like it on the Tomoe River Paper. And again, just to go over the papers again, I know I haven't been mentioning it every time. It should be in the description box, and it's usually on my Instagram post as well. But this is Clairefontaine paper. I believe it's 90 GSM paper. This notebook was handmade, hand sewn by pen friend Karolen, and it's just lovely. I mean, Clairefontaine takes ink so well anyway. And then we have some 68 gram Tomoe River paper, and then this is the Maruman Mnemosyne. It's the 185 unrolled. Pen friend Marcia was kind enough to notify me that they were on last chance over at Jet Pens, so I managed to scoop up a couple extra, so I'm good for the next like couple of years. Also picked up some ink, to go along with that because, you know, got to get to the free shipping, right? Can't possibly pay for shipping, must buy extra stuff. Yeah, so anyway, so thank you, Casey, for providing today's ink. I'm really excited to use it, and I think it looks really nice in this pen. Like, I don't think I've ever matched this pen before. I think I've always used like a black or like some other color, but yeah, I'm liking this combination. So yeah, like, it's gonna be a good ink day, I think. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow with another 30 inks 30 days. Take care, love you, bye.